Hey guys, it's Bree, and sometimes sip happens. Okay, so for this week, and in keeping with the theme of January, which is business professional, I kind of wanted to do something a little bit more fun, but a very serious topic, I believe. I am kind of a grammar Nazi when it comes to spelling and grammar and using it correctly, and I think especially in the business world, in the professional world, you really have to know what you're saying and how to say it, and if you don't know this by now, I don't know how to help you very much, which is why my drink of the week is Captain and Coke in order for me to deal with people who don't use correct grammar. With that, I kind of wanted to point out a couple different grammar words that tend to get confused or misspelled or used in completely the wrong way to the point where you're not making sense. So I decided to do that with a little kind of story to go along with it. So I'll be explaining the different ways to use different words, like the your versus your debate, things like that. And I'm going to do a little business professional story for going to a job, applying to it, doing an interview, and then getting or not getting the job. So here we go. Alright, so I wanted to start with the your versus your challenge there. So let's start with you're going to a big interview tomorrow. And after that, you want to make sure you get your name on the list for a callback interview. They're going to ask you some tough questions, probably about your last job and what you did there, and how that experience can be applied to their company. You might lose your mind before the interview because of all of your nerves, but just make sure that your joints are loose and relaxed before you go into the interview. When it finally comes down to round 2 of the interview, make sure that you're prepared to succeed and that you too want to proceed with the interview process. Right when you are ready to accept that big job offer, the company says they would have hired you, except your grammar was awful. You don't want to lose a job because of the way that you wrote something, whether it's something in your resume or your cover letter or any written material that you submit. You don't want to lose a job offer because you didn't use the correct form of a certain word. So make sure whenever you're submitting something to a future employer or prospective one, make sure it is checked and double checked and triple checked that you have everything spelled out correctly, you're using the right forms of different words, because a Word document will not check that for you. So if you're somebody that you struggle with that, have somebody else check it, a friend or a family member, or a lot of colleges even, you can go to a writing center and they'll look it over for you. Just make sure you're absolutely checking everything you're writing. And even on Facebook posts and things, I would greatly appreciate that one. But just make sure that before you submit anything or send it in that you are using all the correct grammar and you have everything laid out perfectly and all done correctly. Alright, well, that's it for this week. Make sure you check out my videos next Thursday. I know this one's kind of late, but that's okay. We're just technical difficulties. It's fine. But I'll post another one next Thursday, and it will still be with the theme Business Professional. And then come February, it's going to be a whole new theme. Even if you turn something in and you don't get a job offer because of your grammar issues or your spelling or whatever, sip happens.